morning, everyone. Welcome to day one of my meditation immersion experience 2022. So to be precise, I'm here at Chopra's meditation immersion 2022. We are currently at, where are we? Wailea Beach Resort, which I think is a Marriott Hotel subsidiary. Anyway, I'm in Maui and I'm going to be here for a couple of days, and I figured it would be a good idea to vlog one day, and then so I won't lose the whole experience of being immersed in it, but also share that experience with y'all and kind of bring you along the way, tell you why, what, when, what you think, what you should consider. You don't have to come to Maui, you don't necessarily have to, jump in and do a Chopra experience because he has an app. You can do that too, but I just wanted to share that and, bring you guys along, see what you guys thought, and if that's something you're interested in doing. So pretty much, Maui's about 6 hours behind EST. So I've been waking up really early. I've been off a little bit, so it's like when I look at my schedule for today is we have a sunrise meditation at 6:30, followed by yoga, and then a quick breakfast, and then we'll kind of start the classes. So right before we start our classes, we're going to have another meditation. Today's meditation is going to be an hour. Whoa. Someone like me, yes, we'll see that, but we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. Someone like me, that might be a little bit like sit down for an hour and just meditate. But that's the whole thing about actually removing yourself from your day-to-day to put yourself somewhere else, to start building up habits. Of course, then we have talks. We have talks by some of the instructors. Of course, Deepak Chopra. Day 2, he's going to be, I believe he has 2. He's going to talk to us twice. Lunch, then we have another group meditation, some yoga, and then I've met amazing people here. So, many moons ago, my first meditation and yoga, to be exact, because for me it's always been a dream of mine that I would put myself in a situation where at least once a year I would just go somewhere for a couple of days. For some reason, my mind always had this thing with Arizona. I'd go somewhere for a couple of days where we'd just wake up, meditate, do yoga, eat healthy, and then do it again in the evening, and just really narrow down and just do less. So it's not like a typical vacation where you're looking for activities, you're drinking. No, it's just more like going inwards to recalibrate of sorts, to really get as to why am I here? What's the purpose? What do I want to do next? What am I thinking? Like, just how am I being? Almost like a reassessment, like a yearly reassessment as to where you're right now and where do you want to be, and who are you being and who do you want to be? That kind of thing. So to give you a context, about many years ago, right around the time I was graduating from pharmacy school, and you wanted to go to med school, so I'd signed up for the MCAT class. I'd signed up for the MCAT. I haven't signed up for the exam yet. I signed up for the class. So I was going to decide and pick a date once I started the class. For some reason during that time, it just became a really stressful period of time. I can't remember the details, but it was just so stressful. I got to a point where I couldn't hear myself think. And there was this class, a new yoga instructor in Temple, in the fitness zone of fitness, one of the classes, and her energy was everything. And I always say that, yoga, you go for a yoga class is sometimes, a lot of times only as good as the instructor, because you can really learn yoga from a book. So I met this lady and she was just amazing. There's this zen about her that just really helped me get into the practice of yoga and think clearly. So after I started going and I'd probably go like once or twice a week, and then I got a book. Because like I said, you don't necessarily need an instructor, you've got apps, you've got books, but I prefer this book. And I'll probably insert it somewhere in the video so you can see the book I use. But for some reason it just really helped me, and I was fairly consistent. Like even when I didn't go to class in the evenings, I would practice. But anyway, back to the point. So when I started doing yoga with this lady, it just helped me see what was and what wasn't. And it really wasn't that important I must go to med school right after pharmacy school, I mean, of course, years later, we know that didn't happen. But at that time, a lot was going on. It was just too much to handle at that time. And it really became, because I always kind of set goals for me. I'm sometimes very hard on myself, like, let's go do this, put yourself up by your bootstraps, let's go. And so it being uncomfortable wasn't enough of a reason for me not to do it. So I kept pushing, but it just became more and more stressful. So many things going on at the time, and when I started the yoga, just within maybe a week or 2 weeks of practice, it just dawned on me that really what was important and why was I here, and it really didn't need to be like that. Just became apparent to me that it wasn't the time, and I just cancelled the class, got my money back because my money back was important, and then just began to see clearer. So that's how my experience with yoga kind of went on. Did practice, haven't been consistent as I would like, but that's how the journey started. In terms of meditation, many years ago in Atlanta, I met this lovely lady who I still talk to, and I will be back with once I get back into Atlanta, who I would go to her house about once, twice a week and sit down with her and would meditate for an hour. And during that period, when I first met her, I just always knew. So for me, I have my mind, and I think everybody's mind races, maybe some more than others, but when you think of the term, when they use the term monkey mind, where literally one thought can take you down a spiral of different, like your mind starts acting like a search engine, and you start off with fish, and then you stop with market, and you think about this, that, like just everything connected to fish will come to your mind. And so I started meditating because I really figured I wanted to work on my monkey mind and just be more focused. And maybe a year or 2 years in, one time during our practice when we were meditating, I had a question. I had been walking around with a question in my mind, like stuff had been going on at the time, and literally in the meditation, audibly heard the answer to my question. Audibly, never forget. And it wasn't like dun, dun, dun. No, it was just I don't even know. I don't remember if the thought was in my voice. I don't remember, but the phrase was not my phrase. But literally the line was like, "I'll make a way where there's no way. Go ahead." And the voice, the thought, the download could never be more correct. He made a way where there was no way. And that was my understanding of meditation. Just that how it helps you clear the gunk to commune cleaner and clearer with, for me it's God, for you whoever you recognize as God, for other people might call it a spiritual power, call it mother, whatever you might call it, you remove the noise to hear clearer, because I ultimately believe we essentially as humans have the answers we need within us. I don't need a therapist to help me, because even with a therapist, when you think of it, and I do believe in therapy, don't misquote me, even with a therapist, they don't tell you the answers. They help you work through to the answer. That's what meditation does. It helps you think, get clearer. So in between those thoughts, begin to understand and know who the essence of who you are is. And so when we talk about meditation, you're literally in between, because you always have thoughts racing. In between the thoughts is the nothingness where you can actually acknowledge and see those thoughts for what they are, that you are not your thoughts. I remember one experience where I had as we were meditating. I was like, snap, it's still. Am I sleeping or am I awake? Like literally the joy of being in between my thoughts was an experience I can't articulate. You'll have to experience it yourself. You can, with each day, have intent, move with intention, move with purpose, move with clarity, and have peace. I definitely think that peace is important. So I'm going to bring you all along day one, and let's see how this goes. So, step 1, morning meditation, 6:30 a.m. About to head out. Head out right now. Just want to give you guys just a picture of some of the lush, okay?